Hey, this is Antoinette from Transistor Rodeo, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Donald Trump. It's hard to avoid him. He's everywhere. Nothing we can do about it. Last week he met with Merkel from Germany, and she being the leader of Germany, he being the pseudo-quasi-leader of America, at least for the moment. And they gave a joint press conference where they asked, plenty of questions. When they got to the topic of Donald Trump and his tweeting that Obama tapped his phones, wow. Let's take a look at that.
All we did was quote a certain very talented legal mind who was the one responsible for saying that on television. I didn't make an opinion on it. That was a statement made by a very talented lawyer on Fox. And so you shouldn't be talking to me. You should be talking to Fox.
So, yeah, there you have it. He is the Mr. Pass the Buck. He does not... Nothing ever falls at his doorstep. Nothing is ever his fault. He's talking about Judge Napolitano on Fox News, and he made this case on a television show, and then the next day Donald Trump is texting it. It's like he wakes up in the morning, first thing he does is cuts on the television. It's always on Fox and Friends, and he loves that morning show. He is like a retired older gentleman. I mean, no offense to older guys, but they do tend to sit around and watch Fox News all day long. And if they're deaf, they're watching it at full volume. I've had experience walking into these with, wow, man, are you sure you can hear that? Anyway, Judge Napolitano said that, something to the effect of an investigation going on, and they were wiretapping Donald Trump's building. And somehow or the other, Donald Trump equated that to Obama is tapping my phone. And he put out links to Twitter, so everybody knows about this story. Anyway, they asked him about it at this joint press conference with Merkel, and of course he doesn't take any of the blame especially when he says, I love how he says this. You shouldn't ask me. You should talk to them. I didn't say that. They said it. No, when you type something, when you say something, when words come out of your face hole, you were saying it. You might be repeating it, but you are actually speaking. You are actually saying words. Your words matter. I mean, maybe back in the day when you were on your cute little reality TV show, which you washed up celebrities, maybe it didn't really matter what you say. But now that you are president, you are the most powerful man in the free world. When you say things, they matter. You have to understand that point. I think we've just been under the assumption that we deal with leaders that understand that little concept, and he doesn't. So we're being held hostage by a buffoon. Honestly, if you really want to get into the Russia thing, I mean, it's a completely different topic, but I can say personally, I don't know. I just don't know. All I do know is that if Donald Trump is involved, is probably to a point where it's just his stupidity. His lack of experience, just him being arrogant and thinking that, it doesn't matter. That's why Sean Spicer says, don't listen to what he says. Just, kind of get what he says. How are you supposed to just get it, Oh, I'm thinking he means that. So everything is up for some kind of translation. And what is that? How fake news happens? Oh, they're just alternative facts. It's just an alternative fact. Sorry, I had to swallow. Alternative fact got caught in my throat there. So this is what we're dealing with. A person who will never take the blame for anything, will always pass the buck. And eventually it's going to get to a point where, right now with healthcare, he's passing the buck on to Ryan. They want to call it Trump care. He's calling it, no. That's Ryan care. That's not Trump care. And now that it's not passed and it didn't happen, he's like, okay, well, let's just watch it explode, which is the Republican model. We won't fund any government program. We'll just watch them implode, and then we'll stand back and point at it and go, see, government doesn't work. It never worked. Well, if you screw something over, you throw a wrench into the engine, and then you watch it explode, and then you go, well, look at there. It never worked. Never worked in the first place. This is what Trump's model is. This is what the Republican model is. Blame it on somebody else. Get everybody else distracted while we're moving other stuff along. Don't look over here. No. This stuff, don't pay attention to this. Focus on my craziness. Well, it's working because that's all we seem to talk about is Trump and his craziness. Anyway. Hey, this is Antoinette from Transistor Rodeo. If you like what you saw here, please subscribe for more videos and content, and you can follow me on Twitter at Transistor Rodeo.